Everybody, I'm back. Everybody, Gina Young is back, and I'm back with yet another amazing recipe. I am so excited today because today at the Young's house, Gina Young is going to share with you all how easy it is to make a cheesy stuffed hamburger. This recipe right here is delicious. It does not require a lot of ingredients, and make it Gina Young style. It's going to be so tasty. You all never had my stuffed hamburger before. You better make you some. Here are the lovely ingredients you're going to need. You're going to need some hamburger. So right here I'm going to be using some ground beef 80-20. I like to use 80-20 because it gives you some fat that's going to give you a nice juicy hamburger. So we have that right here. You will need some lettuce. Okay, so right here I have some iceberg lettuce and I have a gorgeous tomato. You're going to need whatever type of cheese that you want to have in your burger. I find when I make a cheesy stuffed burger, I like to use the extra sharp cheddar. Sometimes I'll use Velveeta, but this one here, it really works well with a stuffed burger. You're going to need some French's onions. These are crispy fried onions and they are absolutely amazing on this recipe. You're going to need some barbecue sauce. Any barbecue sauce that you love, that's what you're going to use. And right here I have some gorgeous brioche buns. And of course you're going to need a couple of spices so we can spice everything up. You're going to need some pepper. And also we have some Montreal steak seasoning that's going to really give this burger amazing flavor. And you cannot make a burger without that beef bouillon powder. And we're going to use a tiny bit of salt. Make sure your hands are impeccably clean. Let's get started with this really quick and simple yet so tasty recipe. Okay everyone, so we're going to make 2 of these burgers today. All right, my hands are impeccably clean and I've taken off all of my jewelry. So what we're going to need to do is we're actually going to make 4 patties and then we'll put them together. Here's how I like to do that. So if we do this with our hamburger, okay, kind of score it a little bit, you can see that this will be 1 burger, this will be 1, that will be 1, okay? So when I make a cheesy stuffed burger, you want to kind of make your burger nice and thin, okay? Because if you make it too thick, your burger won't get done on the inside. The cheese will never become melty. It'll just be a mess. So here's what I like to do. So I'm going to take my time, get it nice and thin. If I need to take a little bit away, we're going to do just that, okay? So just like this. And you don't want to handle, anytime you're dealing with meat, whether you're making meatballs, you might be making a meatloaf or a burger, you don't want to handle it too much. Handling the meat too much can cause you to have a dry, tough burger. And we want this burger to be moist. We want it to be juicy and never dry. Okay, so now that we have the desired size, let's just set this aside. Okay, so now I'm going to make the top. This will be the bottom. Let's make the top. You want to try to make it the same size. Okay, and you see I'm not using all that I scored off, but that's okay. We'll just work our way around it. All right, so I'm going to mash this as well. And we really want to season up this beef. No one wants to have a burger that's flavorless. Put you some flavor in there. Okay, so now that we have the second patty done, let's kind of round it off a little bit. And what I like to do is I like to put somewhat of an indent in the middle. It will prevent your burger from getting so fat. Okay, it kind of helps it to stay a little bit thin, if you can understand what I'm saying. So now that we have that, let's put our little dent right there in that one, just like so. Okay, so now I want to just set this here. All right, and we'll set this here for our top. I'm going to make this one up and I'll be right back. Okay everyone, now that we have our burgers nice and thin and pattied out, let's go ahead and season them. Now, I'm not going to season them on both sides. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to season the inside of this burger. Okay, so let's take that Montreal steak seasoning. I have purchased the smoky Montreal steak seasoning before, and I really wasn't a fan of it. So I make sure every time I purchase it, I get this one. Okay, so this is just the original blend. It is a great flavor. It really gives you... It almost tastes like these burgers were cooked on the grill. So I like to put a nice amount in. And yes, it does have some salt in it, and it does have some black pepper in it. But I want to put a little bit more black pepper in there. Absolutely I do, just like so. Put some flavor in there. Don't be afraid to season. Those of you that are afraid to season, don't be like that. Your food will be flavorless. All right, now here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and take some of this beef bouillon powder, amazing for hamburgers. Get it on there just like so. And I'm going to actually skip the salt, okay? This Montreal steak seasoning is going to give us plenty of salt along with this beef bouillon. Beautiful. All right, that's great seasoning. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do, I'm getting excited now. This burger is one of my favorite burgers. It's so easy to make and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to see anyone that eats this burger, their reaction when they bite down into it and all of that cheese gushes out. It's just amazing. Okay, so now let's go in with our sharp cheese. You can cut it thin. You can cut it thick. I'm going to cut mine kind of thick. Okay, you see that? That's what I want mine to look like. Okay, so I'm going to kind of nestle it down in there just like so. Perfect. That's all you need. You don't need to cover the whole circumference, okay? It will melt and it will come out, you know, a little bit to the rest of the circumference. Absolutely it will. Okay, so get this cheese. You know, you could put mozzarella in here. You could put Swiss cheese in here, hot pepper cheese. What's your favorite cheese? Let me know in the comment section below. You can put that in your burger. It's going to be successful and you better believe it's going to be delicious. Now, I have no clue why I just put cheese on 3 of them because we're only making 2. So let's go ahead and take the cheese off of this one. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So now here's what we're going to do. Come on, Gina, get it together. Take this bad boy and you want to do like this. Let's pick it up. Okay, now it's time to be very gentle. Y'all know how to be gentle. We want to seal those edges just like this. Okay, you don't need water, you don't need egg wash to seal the edges. Just kind of pinch them between your finger and your thumb and the edges will seal. You want to heat that frying pan up on a medium-high heat, and you can even cook this on the grill outside. Absolutely you could, but you make sure that you definitely seal that burger. Sometimes you will get a little bit of oozing of a little bit of cheese coming out, and guess what? It's okay if that happens. Like, don't freak out because all of the cheese will not come out, I promise you, okay? Just trust me when I tell you this. See this? Nice sealed edges. This is what we're looking for, okay? Beautiful. Now if you see a couple of spots that is open, just take your finger and just smooth along and it'll be just fine. That's the way you make a stuffed burger. Some people like to call it, what do they call it? A Lucy? I think they call it a Lucy. Check my video out for it. Juicy Lucy, that's what they call it. Matter of fact, I have a video for it. Check that video out. So this is what it should look like. It's not really huge. And now I'm going to take my thumb and my finger and push that hole back in there in the middle so that it doesn't rise anymore once again. That's what we want it to look like. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And once we achieve that, excuse me, I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, now it's time to get our burger in our pan. Make sure your pan is nice and hot. You want to hear a sizzle when you put these burgers into the pan. Be careful with them, okay? These are very, just be careful. All right? You hear that? You want to hear that. Don't put your burgers into a cold pan. You want to achieve a nice crust on the outside of these burgers. And once again, I'm going to put that indent with my 3 fingers just like so. Keep in mind, if you find any parts that are loose, feel free to smooth it out. And if the burger's too hot, just take a butter knife or a spoon or a fork to smooth that area out. I'm going to wash my hands and I'll be right back to slice up some tomatoes. Okay everyone, so now that we have our burger cooking, let's go ahead and slice up your veggies. Now some of you might want onions. Go ahead and get your onions sliced up. I have some lettuce that I have washed. Okay, so that's the lettuce. And then we have washed our gorgeous tomato that we have here. Okay, beautiful. I love tomatoes in the summer. They taste so much better. All right, so let's pour that core out just like so. I hope you all are having an amazing day today, as well as a great week. All right, let's get that tomato sliced. I'm going to cut a couple extra. All right, and we're going to put some salt and pepper on these tomatoes to really bring out that gorgeous flavor in these gorgeous tomatoes. Just like so. The hamburger smells so beautiful right now. Like my whole house smells amazing. Let's take a peek in at them. And right now we actually, you don't have to bother them. Don't go in with the spatula messing with them. They're going to be just fine. We want a nice crust to form. And once you start to see where the beef has browned up, coming up towards the middle, that's your indication that it's time to turn it. So right now you can only see the brown at the bottom. Once that brown comes up to the middle, go ahead and flip them so that they can get cooked just perfectly. Okay everyone, now it's time to talk about your hamburger bun. So, do you want your hamburger bun toasted? If you don't want to, that's fine. Sometimes I don't toast my bun. But today we're going to toast this bun. Now this is a gorgeous brioche bun. You can put a little bit of olive oil on here. You can put butter on here, or you can just throw this bad boy on a hot pan just like so, and it'll get nice and toasty. When you make your bread nice and toasty, it kind of creates a barrier so that the bread doesn't get soggy. With this hamburger is going to be so juicy, you're going to want to grill this bun. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way over to the big stove. We're going to put this in the middle of the burner, get it nice and toasty when I come back. Okay everyone, so we're over here. This right here gets nice and hot. I have it on a medium heat. Go ahead and take those buns. Like I said, smear you some butter, some olive oil, or just do it just like this. But you definitely want to get these buns nice and toasted. Okay? So I'm just going to set them on here. You're not going to toast this side. Just toasting the inside will do the trick. Okay, everyone, let's take a peek. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. And you didn't have to put butter. Okay? Gorgeous. That's what you're wanting. This part is still nice and soft. Okay? All right, let me push that down a little bit. We can get that a little bit more golden brown. Beautiful. Okay, everyone, you can see where the cooked part has came up to the middle. That's our indication to turn our cheesy stuffed burgers. Oh, look at that. My goodness. That's that beautiful crust that we all love when we think about a nice burger. You want to achieve that. Beautiful. So we're just going to let it go for a few minutes until the other side is completely done. Okay everyone, our burgers are cooking up just perfectly. At this point I want to take a little bit of foil, or if you have a lid, and put it on there for a little bit. The steam that the foil will create will cause that inside of that hamburger to get cooked just perfectly. Okay, and you don't have to tighten it on there, just lay it on top. Just a little bit, just like so. Okay, be back. Okay everyone, while we patiently wait on our burger, let's go ahead and salt and pepper those tomatoes. You have to. Alright, get some seasoning on tomatoes anytime you slice them. It doesn't matter if you're putting them on a bologna sandwich. Season them. Get some flavor on them. They taste better. Sometimes we'll just have salt and pepper on tomatoes, just as a snack, and it's delicious. Alright, get you some salt on. I like to do it this way so I can put the desired amount on instead of using my shaker. beautiful flavor right there. Gorgeous. Be back. Okay, everybody, I'm getting so excited. I have a paper towel, a clean paper towel in my hand. Here's what I like to do when I make burgers, because the last thing that I hate is making a burger and I get oil all over my shirt. So I take a paper towel and here's what I do. So we're gonna take this off, the foil. Come on in, all right? And I'm going to blot the oil. That way I don't get oil on my camera. I don't have to worry about oil splatting on my nice shirt. Okay, just like so. It's really simple. It blots out the oil. You don't have to digest all of that extra oil. Voila. Okay, so I toss that, and here's what we're gonna do. You cannot have a cheesy stuffed burger at the Young's house without barbecue sauce. Baby, listen here. We love barbecue sauce on our burger. You better believe we do. And then one thing we're gonna do, we're gonna turn this over once the other side is done. And I wanna caramelize, I wanna heat that barbecue sauce up just a little bit. And we're gonna put a little bit of barbecue sauce on the other side as well. Okay, everyone, our burgers are almost done. But I wanna tell you how I like to assemble this burger and the reason why I like to assemble this burger this way. Okay, so since I'm putting the fried onions on top, you would never want to put the tomato underneath your onions or on top of your onions because you'll make your crispy onions soggy. So here's what I like to do. Let's take the lettuce, get it on the bottom, just like so. All right, nice fresh bed of lettuce. You can never go wrong. Okay, I'm going to turn my burgers down because they're almost done. Now we're going to put that gorgeous spiced tomato, salt and pepper on it, right on top of the lettuce, and then the burger goes on top, and then you put the crispy onions on top, and you don't have to worry about those onions getting soggy. When I come back, we're going to flip that burger over so we can caramelize that barbecue sauce. Okay, let's flip these burgers. Beautiful. No cheese is coming out of this one. There's a little bit coming out of this one, but not a lot. Not enough to worry about, okay? So now, get that barbecue sauce on there. Not a lot. Don't drench it. Just enough so you can taste that flavor. And when I come back, we're going to assemble our burger. I'm going to say an amazing prayer, and you all get that first bite. Let's assemble this burger. Come on, guys. All right, so I have my burger. Let's get it right here on top of that beautiful seasoned tomato and lettuce. Now this is a big burger. Feel free to slice your burger in half. I tell you one thing, you're gonna enjoy it. Make it for your family and friends and all of your loved ones. Listen here, if you all enjoyed this here video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time Gina Young uploads one of these awesome recipes. Tell your family and friends and everybody you know, tell the whole world about Gina Young and what I'm doing in this kitchen on a daily basis. Be back. Okay, everybody, take a look at this cheesy stuffed burger, Gina Young style. Make you some. Okay, everyone, this is going to be a really quick prayer because my battery's running low. Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus, thank you yet again for another day. Thank you, Jesus, for your love, time, your mercy, and your understanding. Thank you for this beautiful meal, the roof over our head, the food, the love, the peace, and the joy that you bring us every day. Let's cut down to this. When I come back, you all can take a bite. Amen. Once again to my beautiful prayer. Look at this right here. I want you all to take a bite. Look at that. Dive right in. Let me know what you think. And as always, God bless. Thank you all for watching. Good night.